In the vast universe of the internet, there is a place few people ever see, a place where identities disappear, where information travels without a name, and where reality feels like a shadow. We call this place the dark web. Today, you and I are going to walk through that digital underworld, not to glorify it, not to promote it, but to understand what it really is, why it exists, and why it still matters to our world. Because the more you understand the dark web, the safer, smarter, and more aware you become. What is the dark web? Most people think the dark web is a mysterious criminal zone, but the truth is far more complex. Imagine the internet as an iceberg. Surface web, the part we use every day, Google, YouTube, Facebook. Only about 4 or 5% of all internet data. Deep web, databases, medical records, private emails, everything not indexed by search engines, around 90% of the internet. Dark web, a tiny portion of the deep web, accessible only through special tools. You can't open it with Chrome or Safari. You need a network like Tor, the onion router, which hides your identity by bouncing your connection through layers of anonymous servers. That's why it's called the onion. Many layers, no center. The dark web is simply a hidden network. Not inherently evil, but the anonymity it offers can attract both good and bad. Why was the dark web created? Surprisingly, the dark web wasn't created by criminals. It was originally built by the U.S. Naval Research Laboratory. Its purpose? To allow intelligence agents and journalists to communicate anonymously. Later, the system was released publicly so that American agents using it wouldn't stand out. But like many powerful tools, once it became public, people used it in different ways. Some for privacy, some for safety, and others for crime. What actually exists on the dark web? People imagine a horror world, hackers, hitmen, viruses. But the dark web is more like a shadow version of the normal web, filled with legitimate use cases. Journalists protecting whistleblowers, citizens living under censorship, activists avoiding government surveillance, people escaping political oppression. For them, anonymity means survival. Illicit sections, educational awareness only. There are marketplaces similar to Amazon where illegal products are traded, stolen databases, fake identities, counterfeit money, malware kits, hacking tools. And yes, there were infamous markets like Silk Road, which became a symbol of dark web criminal trade until shut down by the FBI. But not everything you hear is true. Many hitman for hire sites are scams. Many dangerous forums are exaggerations or traps set by law enforcement. The dark web is dangerous, but not always in the way Hollywood shows it. How the dark web works. 3 technologies define the dark web. 1. Tor browser. Routes your traffic through nodes worldwide, so no one knows who you are or where you are. Onion domains at .onion. These addresses are long, random, unguessable. Example, www437hb3ui4f2k.onion. They are not indexed by Google. You must know the exact link. Cryptocurrency traditional banks don't work there. Most transactions use Bitcoin, Monero, or privacy coins. Even then, nothing is truly untraceable, and many criminals have been caught by blockchain analysis. Dangers of the dark web. Here's the truth. The dark web is not a playground. It's more like walking blindfolded in a room full of traps. Common risks. Scams. 80% of dark web listings are fake. Malware. Sites can infect devices instantly. Identity theft. Hackers target inexperienced visitors. Law enforcement stings. Many illegal sites are controlled by agencies. Human trafficking exploitation. One of the darkest areas, heavily monitored and cracked down on worldwide. Psychological impact. Exposure to disturbing content can harm mental health. The biggest danger? Thinking you're anonymous when you're not. The FBI has taken down entire networks because users made one small mistake. One login, one click, one message. Real cases that shocked the world. Silk Road, created by Ross Ulbricht. At one point responsible for over 1.2 billion in transactions. Shut down in 2013, Ulbricht received 2 life sentences. Playpen case. A major child exploitation site infiltrated and operated by the FBI to catch users globally. Thousands arrested. Alphabay. Once the largest dark web marketplace, closed in 2017 after international operation. These cases prove the dark web isn't invisible and no crime stays hidden forever. These cases prove that the dark web isn't invisible, and no crime stays hidden forever. Cyber safety awareness. If there's one message you should take from today's talk, it's this: awareness is your best protection. You don't need to access anything illegal. You don't need to explore the dark web yourself, but you do need to understand how your data can be exploited, how privacy works, how criminals operate, how to protect your identity online. Simple habits keep you safe. Strong, unique passwords. Two-factor authentication, avoiding unknown links, updating software. Not sharing sensitive data publicly. Knowledge isn't just power, it's protection. The dark web is a mirror reflecting both the light and darkness inside humanity. It shows us what people do when no one is watching, and reminds us why digital responsibility is more important than ever. If you understand what exists in the shadows, you become wiser about the world you see every day. Stay aware, stay safe, and stay curious, because knowledge is the only light strong enough to cut through the dark.